Sarah Goode was a 21-year-old medical technician and the youngest of 4 daughters in a close-knit family living in Suffolk County, New York. Known for her kind heart, intelligence, and love for her daughter, Sarah had just begun building a future for herself and her child. But on the morning of June 8, 2014, everything changed when Sarah failed to return home after a night out. Her sudden disappearance set off a desperate search that would end in unimaginable heartbreak. On the night of June 7th, Sarah had attended a party in the Long Island town of Medford. She had met up with friends and was last seen with a man she had only recently met, 19-year-old Dante Taylor, a former high school football standout who had once been recruited by college scouts. The two had reportedly connected through mutual acquaintances, and Taylor was staying in the area while visiting family. Sarah left the party with Taylor in her car, and that was the last time she was seen alive. When she did not show up the next morning and failed to respond to texts or calls, her family quickly became concerned. Sarah's car, a 1999 BMW, was missing, and her cell phone was turned off. Her family filed a missing persons report with the Suffolk County Police Department. Within days, a volunteer search party led by family, friends, and concerned citizens found Sarah's BMW hidden in a wooded area in Medford. Inside the vehicle were signs of a struggle, including blood stains. Police intensified their investigation, focusing on people Sarah had been in contact with shortly before her disappearance. Suspicion soon fell on Dante Taylor. Taylor initially denied knowing what had happened to Sarah. However, forensic evidence quickly unraveled his story. Investigators discovered Taylor's DNA on multiple items in Sarah's car, including a used condom and traces of blood. More damning was the discovery of his handprint on the passenger seat and scratches on his face and arms, which he attempted to explain away. 6 days after Sarah disappeared, searchers made a horrifying discovery. Her partially clothed body was found under branches and debris in the woods, not far from where her car had been found. She had been stabbed more than 40 times. Her injuries showed clear signs of a violent struggle. Authorities determined that Sarah had been sexually assaulted before her death. Investigators believe that after leaving the party, Taylor attempted to rape Sarah in her car. When she fought back, he stabbed her repeatedly, then dumped her body in the woods and tried to cover his tracks. Prosecutors described the attack as calculated and sadistic, and the brutality of the crime shocked even seasoned detectives. Taylor was arrested in July 2014 and charged with first-degree murder and rape. The case moved to trial in 2016, where the prosecution laid out overwhelming evidence tying Taylor to the crime, including DNA and the forensic match to wounds on Sarah's hands. The defense claimed the sex was consensual and that there was no proof Taylor had committed the murder. But the jury was not convinced. After a 3-week trial, the jury found Dante Taylor guilty on all charges. In September 2016, Dante Taylor was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The judge called the murder one of the most savage acts he had seen in his courtroom. Taylor showed no visible emotion during sentencing. But in a tragic turn of events, just a year later in October 2017, Dante Taylor was found dead in his prison cell at Wend Correctional Facility in Alden, New York. Officials reported that he had died by suicide. He left no note. As of 2025, the case remains closed.